Thank you. So I'm Montel here from Triple M Enterprise, and I'm here with Samuel Takyi, who is known as the face of Ghana, and also Xavier Miller, who's been in the corner of some prolific boxers, not to mention Dillian White being one of the more notable ones. How are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, I'm fine by the grace of God.
Good, no worries. And obviously, how are you?
I'm good today, obviously it's big fight weekend, so I'm excited. I'm always excited when it's a big fight.
No, of course, and obviously you are the 2020 Olympic medalist and also African medalist as well. So talk to me about some of your journey. How did you get into the sport?
In everything, when I start, I'll give praise and thanks to God. I started when I was a footballer and I came into boxing, and later I saw that the boxing is a talent that God has given it to me, so I have to take in train hard and keep it.
No, of course. And how did you two come about? Like, what's the relationship? How did it start?
Yeah, I've got a very good lightweight in my gym at the moment called Ahmed Hatim, and he's managed by Mickey Amu. Mickey Amu manages Samuel, so that's how we linked up. And Samuel's been with me for about 3-4 weeks, so we've been doing good work, gelling really well, and excited about this journey.
No, of course, and obviously you're 7-0, all knockouts. There's a lot of expectation to keep that up. Like, what's it like for you? Do you feel the pressure of having to knock people out? What's it like?
I don't feel that pressure because no matter how and no matter tough you are, when you get into the ring with me, you are going to sit down. Yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah.
No, of course. And what are some of the plans? You mentioned obviously you've been with him for a couple of weeks now. What are some of the plans you've got coming up for him?
Yeah, I think well now he's here. I've always said it's really important to travel as a boxer. Obviously he's won a medal, so obviously your career has to be planned out a little bit different. He is on a certain level. You've got a lot of Andy Cruz out there, Keyshawn Davis, all medal as well. So you have to start looking at those kind of guys. But the important thing is that he's here in the UK, and he'll be sparring the best lightweights and super lightweights around. And that's where he's going to get his experience. And then Mickey will do a good job at planning what he's going to do next. You win a bronze medal, you need to go on and win a world title. I mean, that's the expectation. I'm not looking at anything less for someone at medals in the Olympic Games. Definitely not. So he's got a lot of pressure on him. He's got a whole country behind him. He's a hero back where he's from, and he wants to bring back a world title. So he wants to be the man. He's coming from greatness. Azuma Nelson was one of my favourite fighters of all time. Dominant as a featherweight in the 90s, amazing. Ike Quarter, one of my favourites, fought De La Hoya, fought the late Vernon Forrest. I mean, he's coming from good stock, so obviously I'm expecting a lot from him. As long as he's listening and he's learning, definitely next 18, 24 months, we should be challenging him.
No, of course. And one thing actually that's quite interesting is how do you decide who do you think's appropriate for you to work with? Like, how do you make that decision yourself?
But I think his manager thought it would be a good fit. I mean, obviously, I'm doing a good job with one of the other fighters. Obviously, I come with a lot of experience. I've been in boxing a very, very long time. Coach from domestic level all the way to world level. That would probably be one of the decisions why he brought him to me. But at the same time, I had a very long amateur career as well. I built some good fighters in the amateurs. So I think it's a very good fit. We get on really well. He's fun to work with. We had a little move around this morning as well. I just wanted to see where he was. Very clever fighter. So I'm expecting big things. And as long as when a boxer's happy in a gym, and he's got the likes of Yusuf Kamari in the gym, he's got the likes of K Prosper. All these guys have fought good guys. So he's going to get a lot of experience being out here.
Of course. And being known as the face of Ghana. First of all, how did you even get that nickname?
They gave me that name by themselves. So I think if you are moving forward and and if you are letting people sit down and sleep, they'll give you that name. So I think they give me that name.
No, of course, and obviously, like you mentioned about going for a world title, that's what you mentioned about. But what are you looking to do also in the sport?
Right now, I'm preparing with my coach and my team, and I'm looking forward to I'm still learning, and I'm looking forward to fight a world title like my coach said, and maybe in future fight. I'll be undisputed and unbeaten world champion. Yeah.
No, of course, and undisputed is something that is really key, and staying undefeated is also important. Like, do you think to yourself, I want to stay undefeated, or is it something that, if you did happen to take a loss, do you feel like you'd bounce back from that successfully as well?
No, I feel confidence right now, and that's my dream, to be an undisputed champion, unbeaten. So it's not something, and I'm working for it. It's not something, it's not lucky. You have to work for it, and you have to work and go and take it. So I'm working for it. Yeah.
No, of course. And for you, it's like, fighters obviously care a lot about the O. And when you're working with fighters, it's like, how important is it for you to sort of keep them grounded as they propel themselves with an undefeated record?
Well, as a fighter, you should always feel that no one can beat you. You know, if you're better to be, then you have to prove it in the ring. But as a boxer with an undefeated record, no, I don't. You shouldn't even think on those lines. Like you should feel you can beat everybody. You know, that's my mentality. So that's what he should be aiming to do. And he needs to build. Always made a good start. He needs to build and get to the top. And that's where the money is. And if you're not in boxing to make money, then you're really in the wrong game. He wants to be comfortable. He has a family. That's what you box for. You're a prize fighter. You fight for money.
No, of course. And I'll give you one last final word, and obviously I'll come to the fighter after. But give me your final words.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited to inherit, as Don said, a fighter like this with a bronze medal. And obviously I'll be doing my job, making sure, all bases are covered, defensively, offensively, and making sure you got the right mentality and the right training. These 10, 12 rounders, you have to be fit. You've got to be dedicated. Sometimes things don't always go your way and you've got to find something else. The fighters need to learn to adapt, and he's going to learn all those things being at IQ Gym. So yeah, I'm very excited about this journey.
No worries, and I'll give you the final word, Samuel. How excited are you about this journey? What are you looking forward to?
Oh, I'm very excited, and first of all, a big thanks to my management team and a big thanks to my coach, my coach too. And we are getting ready, like I always said. I'm in town now, and I'm a team to learn more, and I'm in town. So the big boys out there, the guys out there at 135, they should watch out for me, and they should know how they are fighting, because I'm in town. I'm in town to knock all of them out. Yeah.
Perfect, and I'll leave it literally right there. So thank you so much for your time, Samuel. Thank you so much for your time, Xavier. Really appreciate it. No worries. Thank you both.